Excellent moment to every one of us. We say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on our time zone. This is the Global Clusters community, and we are here again today, 12th of July, 2025. And this Saturday, we are having our accurate knowledge and information revolution. From the voice of the global president, Ambassador Dr. Dukunle Badmos, instead of NSAS revolution and protest, instead of end bad governance revolution and protest, instead of take it back and every other protest that have never yielded benefits to our nation, we are calling ourselves to accurate knowledge and information revolution because it is when you have the right knowledge, you have the right power, you have the right information, you move from where you are to where you ought to be. Most of the time, the problem we have is not about resources, it's about resourcefulness. And that's why we are here to enlighten ourselves, telling ourselves how we can get this power for us to be empowered as an individual, as a person, and of course to help our nation proceed together. As our custom is, it's important that we share the accurate knowledge and information evaluation video as we proceed. Host kindly share
Knowledge is
the
power,
video of
and the
accurate
knowledge and
knowledge.
information revolution is about sharing it freely. We live in a world where access to education and information can change lives. At Global Clusters, knowledge is power, and the knowledge and information revolution is about sharing it freely. We live in a world where access to education and information can change lives. At Global Clusters, we champion this revolution by promoting lifelong learning, critical thinking, and the free flow of ideas. This is more than access, it's about empowerment. By equipping individuals with knowledge, we unlock innovation, drive progress, and shape a brighter, more informed future for all. Join us in spreading the light of knowledge and transforming the world, one idea at a time. Knowledge is the foundation of progress. Be part of the knowledge and information revolution at theglobalclusters.org. Stay informed about new revolutions, events, and insights. Every meeting is a chance to grow, innovate, and contribute to a more enlightened world. The revolution needs you. Join us now.
The revolution needs you. Join us now. I want to sincerely welcome every one of us, those of us on YouTube. We greet every one of us. Those of us on Facebook, we greet every one of us respectively. Every one of us on X, on LinkedIn, and on Instagram. We say excellent moment to every one of us. And as many in the studio, I can see our big mommy, our big auntie, the 001 real estate of the global clusters, Ambassador Abosedeko. Good to have you, ma. Welcome. Yes, today we're going to be looking at some instance. It is the accurate knowledge and information of the global clusters. And, information is like a bridge. It's very important that we get informed because if we are not informed, most of the time we get deformed. But what if we are getting the wrong information? That's a total disaster on its own. And it is important that we get the right knowledge. And in the world of the abundance of information flying, and of course where AI has come to stay, in the global clusters community, we are moving with the relevance, not just with the trend. We are moving with the relevance. We are moving with the practicality and functionality of information and knowledge that can empower us. When I have the right knowledge, when I have the right information, to be easy for me to click with the right connection, and I see myself moving, irrespective of my background, where I'm from, whatever I do, is very important. So today we're going to be looking at the fight against misinformation. If you have your pen, you can take note of some things. It's important. This is accurate knowledge and information, and we are looking at the fight against misinformation. These are the things we should be fighting. Instead of we saying we no go agree, we no go agree for things that uh, we don't even know. Some people are fighting the government, but if you ask them what are the government policies that you know that is going on, they don't know. The government is not even doing anything. What do you know that the government is doing? What do you know is happening in the system? We spend most of our time doing what's not ought to be. That is why there's a particular statement in the global cluster that if you are not in the know, you cannot be in the flow. So for you to be in the flow, you have to be in the know. So that's cut across everything, even in your family, in the place of work, the nation. It's very important you be in the flow. And for you to be in the flow, you have to be in know, have the right information, have the right knowledge. And that's why we have the global clusters here that has been magnanimously established by the global president, Dr. Ambassador Dr. Adekunle Badmos. We appreciate you, sir, for establishing this kind of community for everybody to come and share and take and be a better person. So we dive in, we look at the fight against misinformation. And today we have this misinformation is the kind of topic that I personally I just did a kind of introspection. I just look at the world in the rear view about what is happening. Ambassador used to talk about, when misinformation, wrong information can cause disaster, can cause problem. It's very important. If you don't have concrete information of concrete knowledge about a particular thing, about a particular situation and event, please don't say it. Just keep mute. Don't just say things to make people feel okay. Don't just say things to make you feel comfortable. Don't just say things for people to make you feel like, oh, this person can talk. No, if you are not sure of whatever you want to talk about, it's important that you just keep mute. It's very important. And what if you have an information that could even, yes, even if it's the right one, but it could be jeopardizing when we release at the particular time. That's when diplomacy come into play. All these are very important. There are things that can help us. Some people have been incarcerated in prison because, yeah, they said things they ought not to say at a particular time. It's very important. We have this community to help us uh, do all these things, and we are here to, instead of we saying we no go agree, we no go agree for government or anybody, we are saying we no go agree for misinformation. That's the fight we are doing. That's the revolution today. The fight against misinformation, and these have actually have great effect about our life, how we live our life, how we learn, and of course how we vote. Of course, kudos to uh, Nigeria today. Most of our states are having their local government election and the LCDA's election today. So on my own side, it's peaceful. Thanks to God. So misinformation have great effect about how we live our life as person and how we spread to other people, how we learn, the things we get into our mind, how we vote, and how we think. It's very important. The when you misinformation, when you have, the abundance of what you have in your mind is what will come out of your mouth, and that's what will be going on in your thought processes. Doing during the first anniversary, I was opportune, to hear the panel, the panel session, and the 002 mind surgery, in person of Mr. Mazaruko. He mentioned something, he did some breakdown. He said in the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word was God. And he brought it out like saying that, your thoughts make up your word. You understand? So if the beginning was the word, and the word came from somewhere, the thought, so everything you want to be is inside of you. So we have to guide ourselves so jealously. Whatever is coming here into our mind, we have to guide it so jealously. That's why we have to talk about misinformation today. It's very important. And social media, rumors everywhere, deep fake. There's something that we call deep fake, DEEB, then fake together. It's very important. Deep fake means that with the advent of the reason we are talking and hammering about AI in the global clusters, people don't really know. You need to know about these things. There's a saying that what you don't know is more than you, and we should not be ignorant of the devices of the devil. It's not that you should just know how these things happen. You should just know how these things work so that you won't be scammed with it. If you have good knowledge about AI, someone won't just come to you and just come scam you with it. You'll be able to know that this thing is fake. You understand? We are not saying AI is fake. It's very authentic, but you can be scammed with it if you don't understand how it works. So that's where deep fake come into play. Then false headlines. There's so many ways you can make money online. Yeah, through news and the thing. And most people right now, you're just sending news to the world just to, just like eating garbage, like eating jargons. The way we go to the street and eat junks. That's how information is flying right now today. So if care is not taken, you just put jargons into your brain, into your mind, and the output is gonna be the same thing. It's gonna spread across every part of you. So it's very important we look about all these because from our social media rumors to deepfake to false headlines, fake news is shaping public opinion, fueling division. There are so many fights that are going on today because of just a yes, just a yes has caused so many destruction, and just a no has caused so many destruction, and even threatening our democracy globally. So it's very important that we put all these things into consideration. So when we say fake news, now fake news and its impacts. Now, we are talking about misinformation, and misinformation will come from something that is fake. You understand? That is not right. Mislead, mistake, so fake things. So, what is fake news? Fake news and its impacts. What is fake news? Do not forget, we are talking about knowledge and information. And knowledge about know what goes here. And information brings about what you know. Information could be in audio, written, text, and the likes. So it gets into your mind. So all these things, they are from the information. So we are not saying information is wrong, but the misinformation is what affects us. So, and that comes from the fake news. So what is fake news? We can say that fake news refers to false or misleading information presented as news, often to influence public opinion or generate clicks. The click you have on your TikTok, on your Facebook. Now we are in the age of click now. The number of clicks you have and the number of influence you could get determine the number of stipend you get. So anybody can just do anything now, and it's all over there. So fake news are those things that are misleading. The source, the source doesn't care about the thoughts of people or their feelings. What they are just it's just to influence them, just to get the crowd. That's why when you look around, you see um the unhealthy information just go so wild, so fast. There's things that are not healthy, they go so wild. You see them flying everywhere, they go viral. But things that are beautiful, things that are good, things that are noble, you see, they're struggling most of the time to get to the limelight. That's why we are here, the global clusters. We don't care. We could just be the amber of lights right now, but we are so sure we're gonna be a wildfire so very soon because what we are doing here is right, it's legit, and we are going all out with all we could do to make sure that the world will see what we are doing right now. And we are not just here for the clicks, we are not just here for the views, we are here to make the right impact because the global clusters is for the nation building. And for you to build a nation, you have to build the people. And that's what we are doing. And we are so passionate about our country, Nigeria. And we want Nigeria to be better. So we want ourselves to be better. And that's why we are talking about misinformation about our mind. So, what is the impact? What is the impact of fake news? Uh, Number one, we have social division. That it divides us instead of bringing us together. It amplifies hate, prejudice, and fear. There are some people, I don't know why they do that. Right from the tender age, they pass some unhealthy information to their children about some tribe. This tribe, they are this tribe, don't follow this tribe, this is what this tribe did to us. And that information that that elder is passing, it's what the person had, oh, not that he or she was there. So passing that wrong information to that new generation, and that new generation also have that kind of the divisive mindset about seeing whenever you see that tribe as you mentioned, the next thing is to hurt this person because it's your enemy. Most people today, they have inherited enemies based on just misinformation about someone. You just see somebody just tell somebody, this is not my, I don't like this person, and you don't you because you are friend to this person, the idea of the friend to my enemy is my enemy, and the enemy to my friend is my friend. All those things, they are killing us, and we have to stop them. They are misinformation. We have to stop them. Everyone that can hear me, please let's stop that, because we need to go further. We need to go forward as a nation, and we need ourselves to do that. Yes, that you can't do it alone. It's not possible. You understand? Instead of us dividing, we should always, our parents, please, the elderly, enough of the division, enough of the hate that we had in our nation. You understand? Most of the time, it just baffles me. As a youth, I will see people coming out to when they call for protest to destroy things. You see people coming together, crowd. But when you call that there's going to be good thing, you struggle to see them. Why? You understand? So it's very important that we focus on what is right, because fake news will always come with hate, will always come with prejudice, sentiment, and fear. It always causes fear. And yes, impact of fake news again, we have political influence. Elections and public policies are manipulated through false information. You understand? Some people, I don't know why some people are like that. I don't know. Whatever the government is doing right, we never see it in that timeline. But when something just happen, even if it's just right or wrong, or if it's just true, assuming it's not so far, it's not something good. You see them posting it about Nigeria. Nigeria is a very good country. I am a Nigerian all day. No matter where I go to, I always be a Nigerian. And I can never say anything ill, negative about my country because of my own benefit. No, no, we have people like that because of what they want to benefit outside of the country. They're gonna talk their country down. They're gonna speak down on themselves. We used to see it all over. You see, people because of political differences, they start talking ill about themselves. These things are not good. We need to stop them. It's very important that we stop them because this is our nation. This is our country, and we have to be intentional about it because you want to get somewhere now, you have to bring someone down before because you want to become something. You distress someone else because you want to become something, you want to be in a position that that person is. So you do all you could with your resources to bring that person down. No, you understand? We have to, we used to see this during the time of change in regime and tenure, and people will come with different propaganda and the lies, all because of their own personal and selfish interests. We have to put the nation, the generation first, not just you. The nation is very important. The nation comes first before anyone. So fake news, the impact of this, we've talked about it again, is political influence. People do that because they want to affect the image of the other person in the eyes of the public so that they can have a preference and a meritorious image. But that's not the best way. Now, another impact of fake news is health risk. Health risk. This is very, very important. There are some people that, you know, when they are ill, instead of them to go for checkup to go for the right diagnosis, you understand? Because I use a particular medication now, and that medication work for me, maybe it's for headache. you now feel that because I have used that medication, it could work for you. It might actually be different ailment that's giving us different symptoms. You understand? But give us the same symptoms, but yours might be a different one. So it's very important that we should not put our health at risk by misinformation. There are some people that when things happen, instead of them to go for the right checkup and medication, because of their belief, we don't do this, we don't do that. You understand? There's even I thought I read some times ago there is a particular belief that doesn't even take blood from people. You know, they don't give blood, they don't take blood. Man, life is just full of risk and anything could happen anytime. That's the misinformation. Why would you tell someone that's involved in a mishap, in life issues, accident, that they can't have blood transfusion? You know, that's a very big error. You understand? It's a very big error that some people will not believe in it, and they use that as their way of life, and it destroys a lot of people, a lot of talents, a lot of potential has been destroyed because of misinformation. Our health, we shouldn't take our health with levity. You understand? There are even some people that have given some false information about some certain ailment, that this ailment, it doesn't have cure at all, you have to spend, whereas there could be when we make necessary research. You understand? We make necessary research. We take we do our best to make sure that okay, this thing is happening. I have this information. I have to make sure that okay, what step am I taking to make sure that this is actually true? We shouldn't just believe. We are not saying we should be doubters of people, but we should take our health very important. Make other research about how things could be done, not just one way. Now, another impact of misinformation, that is fake news, is trust erosion. What I tag trust erosion. You know, erosion now when sorry, pardon me, I'm a geographer, so I use the word trust erosion there. You know, when the water or wind move away the top soil of the earth, you know, in a very swift manner. You know, trust. You know, some people their trust are just just moving around. You have trust issues when uh, fake news is established. It weakens trust in the media. We don't trust the media. We don't trust the institutions, maybe the academics or even the judiciary or some places we believe that when we get to this place, we kind of get information. But over time, we believe when everything coming there has been false, that has been checked, but it has been seen to be that this is not working. You know, it's very important that we watch that, because when fake news, that is misinformation, is established in places, it affects how we trust ourselves, how we trust the media, because the media ought to be the kind of eyes for the people and insight for the people. Well, when over time, whatever is being gotten from the media has been checked to be false, so we don't trust them anymore, and it affects our institutions also. There's this common saying from some, I don't know, some group of people saying school is calm or something. You understand? But to me, thank God I have the opportunity to be educated. If not that, I don't know where I might be today. You know, because of that misinformation that some people, I don't know, some elderly or some group of people are saying to younger generation, they are putting that up that school is a scam. It's not. It's not. You need to be educated. Very important. Although it is because of the understanding we have about schooling and education, they are actually different. So we need to take that straight. Education will make you more enlightened, not just being structured in one way, to just follow through or just one way life without you being able to be creative and constructive in your thinking. So that's one of the misinformation about our institutions, that they are not being upheld rightly. So it's very important that we look at that. So now there are ways by which we can counter this, we can fight this. I think one of the ways I think we can use to fight these strategies, like how we can fight the misinformation. We start from uh, our minds, critical thinking. You know, we fight So how can we fight this misinformation? We can fight it by being critical in our thinking. When we say critical thinking means that you took your time, you think deep. Most of the time, it's difficult for our people to think. And that's why we fall prey easily. We fall prey easily to misinformation and fake news. If you are this kind of person that like reading very well, if you are this kind of person that love research very well, when you hear something or when you read something, you make research, you think, how is this possible? You just add things up. You understand? You do a kind of logical reasoning, you understand? And you go deeper in, you think, when you hear something, you understand? Let's take, for example, now, someone inform me about a particular person. This person is bad. This person behave like this. This is how this person is. Now, you are going to be, you are not a critical thinker. If you believe what this person told you about this other person that, and you just accept, then you now automatically inherit this other person to be your enemy. In fact, you are not a thinker at all. But what is expected of you as critical thinking talking about is that when someone inform you about anything about someone, you now ask questions. You ask question, why, what, okay, what transpired between both of you? What happened? Okay, tell me. If that person cannot explain anything tangible, then you don't need to accept that kind of person to be bad. Because if there's any issue, express it. You in the middle ought to be able to think about the situation, and then you now know, okay, if it's for you to mediate or settle or just let them to be their enemies while you are neutral. We should never inherit enemies unnecessarily. We do that often, and we should stop that. Now, how can we fight misinformation? By sharpening our critical thinking. Number one, we question the source. When you see something, you question it. Where does this emanate from? Where does this emanate from? Where did this come from? You understand? Who published this information? This information, is it from a credible person or because they are enemies? If somebody doesn't like me, if I'm an enemy to someone, I went to this person for my for what's it called, for appraiser, the person gonna appraise me wrongly. So that's it. You understand? So it's just very important that we know the source. Where does this come from? And we should always do our best to go to the extra mile. Let's make more research. Okay, this person that published it, this person, how is this person related to this situation? How does it affect this thing? And all of that, then from there we'll know where to pick our judgment from. So we question the source. That's one of the way we start to think critically. We question the source. Then two, about misinformation and fake news round, we check the dates. Sometimes news of 2 years ago will still be published and some people will just fall. It happens every time. You understand? Some things that have been sorted, some people will still bring it back just to get click and views. You understand? So it's important. We don't just believe things that have been settled, that are stale, that are gone. Check the dates. When you see, the first thing I do when I'm online reading, especially news and all these updates, and of course all these bloggers. We know what blogging is. You know, I go first to the dates. I check if it's 2018. If it's Some people still post information with dates 2020 on it, and that will be going viral. I'm like, this thing is still, it has been settled. So you see, that's a way that we could be able to measure what we are doing to be sure that we are doing what is right. Then we should beware of emotional triggers. Beware of emotional triggers. You understand? Don't just be that person that when you hear something just sparked up, like your blood is high already and you are shivering, you are scared. No, 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 no. When you hear something, because what makes fake news go viral most is our emotions. Fake news thrive, in fact, it dive, it run faster on emotions, and you start blowing around and all that. No, you calm, understand? Be calm. Be calm when you have this kind of information. Then you start, then when you are calm, then you can now start asking your question. You understand? You can now start making your research. But as far as you've allowed that information to that misinformation to hit you and you reacted to it, you understand? Uh you have failed for it already. So it's important that we do our best. We don't treat informations with emotions. No, we don't mix it. Because if you do that, you have totally turned subjective. You are not objective anymore because your mind, your feelings will just go off like that, and you before you can gather yourself, things will have been destroyed. There are so many things like that. There are so many things that have happened to people just because they just had an information they don't without even taking time to go through, get into their mind, and some people that are already hypertensive and there they go. So it's very important that we don't allow our emotions to be attached to any information that we get, even good or the otherwise. You understand? Some people they say they like surprises. Some people don't like surprises. You don't go and do surprise for somebody that will now send them to the beyond. You understand? Don't just and we also that we are an individual. When information surprise or not or the other way around, we just be calm. You understand? Be calm when those things are coming. Just be calm. Don't flare up. Don't be too anxious. Don't be too happy. Don't be too sad. You understand? Just be calm. Then that will give you when you're calm. Your mind will be set to you be able to think clearly. And of course, ways by which we can think critically and do this is look for evidence. These are strategies for critical thinking. We talk about question the source, we talk about check the date, we talk about beware of emotional triggers because when you are emotional, you might not be able to think. You understand? When you are too emotional, your thinking might not actually be straight. So don't attach this and your brain and your heart. So let your heart be separate and your brain be separate. So the heart is not thinking for the brain. That's very important. And you look for evidence. Look for evidence. Are there facts, data, or reliable references? Are there references to what this person is saying? Okay. Even if you are using the AI, there are always references to everything. So let's say learning will just come, you ask how, where, you understand, who, all those things are very, very important because this is accurate knowledge and information, very important. It's very important. Then there's something that we call avoid echo chambers. Echo chambers, that is, you follow diverse sources, even those, you know, follow people, try to be open to other people's opinion. You understand? Not say because I don't like this post, because I don't agree with this point, that means it's not right. No, you are not a critical thinker in that way. A critical thinker will always give room for other info to come in and of course have opportunity for everyone to air their view. Then would give everyone opinion, then think about things, then you just oppose opinions, you give everyone space to air their voice. Is very, very, very important. So, as we are moving forward, as we are closing, now fighting misinformation is everyone's responsibility. It's very, very important. We need to we need to start that. You understand? It's very important. And like I've said, let us be a reader. Let us be a reader. There's no way you can know without getting this information. Let's be a reader. even if you even if you are the kind of person that is so busy, reading will have to keep you somewhere, and you have to take your time, an hour, two or three, And even if it's just an hour, ideally 3 hours in a day to read is fine. I'm kind of very fortunate as an educator. I read every day. Reading is part of my life. Reading is part of my work. Reading is everything. Before I go to the classroom, I have to read. After the classroom, I have to read. In between, I have to read. Everything I'm doing, I have to read. So, I'm fortunate. I'm fortunate to be that, and we are encouraging every one of us to be readers. And if you think that you don't have the time to read, and even if you think you cannot read, you understand, there are audiobooks. You understand, listen to the right information. Listen to what we do here on the global clusters. You understand, read what we do here. Come to this community, communicate with people here. The kind of people we have here, they're the kind of people that you can't meet just anywhere. You know, they're rare kind of people. Like the way Ambassador used to say it, he would say that the global cluster is like people living in a developed country inside a third world country or developing country, something like that. That we are different. Even we are living here, we are not moved by what is happening around us because we are so renewed, and we have been so empowered, and we are nothing shake us because this mind has been really really worked upon, and we are now strong in our thoughts and what we do. So it's our responsibility to fight misinformation. We don't allow that. Let's do our best to take note of this. It's very important. It will help us live a peaceful life, help others also. And as we are doing that, we are helping the community, we are helping the nation, we are becoming better. So it begins with awareness. It begins with awareness. Know, be aware. Understand? Be in the know. Don't just be if you are under the influence of drugs or alcohol, anything will just fall into just accept. You just say anything. You hear anything, you accept anything, and you just express anything. So we need to be really aware. You understand? Be aware, be conscious. You understand? Be conscious of anything that is flying around. Don't be lazy. Do the extra work. Today, in this age, and do not forget that we have kids coming behind us. The generation that are coming behind us are generation of the Gen Zs of AI, of everything, the tech. So we the adults, for us not to be aside or for us not to be scammed, let's please be aware of everything. Just know a little of everything. You understand? Just know, just be aware. Because when something is going to happen, okay, you are aware this could happen, you know what to do, fine. So we don't just get lost while living. You understand? We don't just exist here because it could happen when we are not aware of what the real information. That's why we have the global clusters coming here every time, every day, every time, telling us the relevant things that we need to know for us to scale up. Then we follow when we are aware, we are conscious, we follow through our critical thinking, very, very important. Then we reinforce by fact checking. We check the facts of everything. Even about you as an individual, what have you been told about yourself? Somebody's told you that you cannot make it. Somebody said you are good for nothing, and you accepted. No, do more information. Why would they say I am good for nothing? Maybe you are not, maybe you are doing what you are not called to do. Maybe you are doing what doesn't align with the potential. Come to the global clusters. Let us tell you what you should be doing, and you're going to prosper in no time. Because here it's not just we have the professional, we have the technocrats, we have the entrepreneurs here, and we are always here to give you the information what you got to do. We have people here that have been through a lot, and they can tell you why don't you do this. You understand? So we have a lot of people here, and when we are informed, we question what we see, and we share only as our own responsibility. We stay informed, like getting, reading, the right information, hearing the right information. We don't know how to read. At least you can listen. So you can hear. So you listen to those words that are right. You understand? There are ebooks now, audio ebooks. You play them, you listen to them, you question what you see and what you hear. You ask the right question, and then we ourselves, as our responsibility, we share. We share only information that are very verified. When people call me about the global clusters, when they call me, hello, I'm cluster this, please, Cluster Oluwaseyi, I know this information. The one I don't know, I will tell them, please, I don't know. Let me verify from the global president. Because I don't want to say something and I'm going to be referred that, it was this guy that said it. So if you don't have any information, concrete information, better say you don't know than giving the false information. Then you make your research, and then you give out the right information. We can all be part of the solution when we do this. When we stay informed. You understand? That's why we have the global clusters. One of the things we do is information every time, and we ask questions. We allow people to hear their voices, and we should not just be the consumer of information alone. Let's be the guardians of truth. Don't just everything just garbage gives to us. Let's always follow through what is right. You understand? Always look out for what is right, look out for everything, question everything, try everything, and hold on to the truth. You understand? There's that's one of the verses in one of my wonderful book I love reading. You say try all things, try every information, and hold on onto the truth. In Yoruba, I say wádìí ohun gbogbo dájúdájú, wádìí òtítọ́ mú. Thank you so very much. I appreciate all everyone. Today it has been a wonderful moment. We have just 12 minutes to go. I have my big auntie uh, of the global clusters. The 001 real estate is on the call. My big uncle and our brother, Master Gene, is on the call. And I can see Afolabi on the call, also the AI tycoon. All right. Master Genie, kindly unmute and add your voice. We have just 11 minutes to today's accurate knowledge and information. Master Genie, over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Clusteran Oluwaseyi Odushagun. Thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you for continuing and sharing the light because you might not know the value of what you're doing. I know you know the value, but you might not know how big it is for somebody to be present during the week, even the weekends. So thank you for all you're doing, sir. I greet our Ambassador Dr. Adekunle Badmus, the Global President. I greet the First Lady. I greet every great clusterian that is present and non-present. I greet all the non-clusterians as well. I greet our 001 real estate, our big mommy. I greet her for being present today as well. Yes, on accurate knowledge and information revolution of the global clusters, where we say we can't emphasize how much and how important the accurate information is in our life because that is what is going to take us from where we are to where we want to be. There has been so many with war casualties based on wrong information. There has been so many disrupted business based on wrong information. This is why we are saying that if we want to make change, which start with us, within us, among us, and with us all, and part of it is by sharing accurate information. Like my brother Closeran Oluwaseyi Odushagun has said, we have to do our own diligence, our own research on every piece of information. Yes, if you are taking information in just for the laugh, that's fine. But if it's going to impact somebody else's life, you have to do your due diligence, no matter how little. Even if you cannot do your due diligence, call the people that you know that this person does not talk shit. This person doesn't just make up words. These people tell accurate information. Check with them before you share the information. Because these days, the wrong news, the made up news seems to get more attention than the real news. Why? Because people don't do their due diligence. Everybody just wants something that will make them laugh or make them pick a side. So, on the accurate knowledge and information of the global clusters, we are sharing accurate information of the new normal with everybody, regardless of where or who you are. But we are saying this: do your due diligence. You know, even following the Holy Bible that said, be quick to listen, but hesitate to respond. Yára láti gbọ́ àmọ́ lọ́ra láti fèsì. Yes, it's something that will never be old. It won't get old because yes, if you just follow your actions and your own thinking when somebody talk to you, that person might know who you are and the way you react, and they will just project that information so that you can react one way or the other. So the best way to do in this new normal, because you want changes, and the changes you are making now is not only for yourself, it's not only for your family, but the generation to come. Even if we are given 200, 300 years to live, we still have one day that it will end. But there's a way our life will not end, is by passing on right information, right knowledge, replicate people, let them replicate you, and that's how your knowledge will not go to waste. Somebody invented the bulb that give us light today when there's darkness. That person does not exist anymore. But that knowledge that he left behind, people are using it to reproduce, and it is working. This is what the global president has seen. That is why he has shared with us this light. And like Cluster Oluwaseyi is always here as well, doing it. Me too, I have seen that there is no other way we can share accurate knowledge and information than being part of the accurate knowledge and information.
Yes.
Because if you have the duty of care towards your own brotherhood, you will want to do your due diligence with any information to make sure that that information does not hurt your own fellow family or community member. Yes, information travel more than human being right now.
Yeah.
Information is data. Data is information. Information is what we use. When you watch movie, when you listen to music, there's a way they make you feel. Unless you are just somebody that what you can control every mood, and then you too you need to let us know what you're using. So that is why we are preaching on accurate knowledge and information, regardless of what circumstance you are going through. Please try to make sure that what you are sleeping on, what you are sharing is accurate. The global cluster is a community of robust technocrats, entrepreneurs, and professionals. Do you know what it means? Just because you go to school and you have graduate doesn't make you a technocrat or professional. It's people that have practiced it and they have made a difference that people have believed in it. So now our own global president has believed in this innovation, and look at what is happening. Cluster Odushagun is he can share it, but people will think maybe he's making it up. But yes, this movement is going far. People are listening, people are seeing the changes, people are saying, wow, where have you guys been? Take your time to do your due diligence, share right accurate information with your community, with your people. You will be doing a lot of big help. There's been a big protest in the UK. There was this guy that went and stabbed some little children just because that guy was black. They started attacking everybody that is of color. But guess what? That guy was born here. So whether he was black or not, he was born here. Where else does it belong to? But because of wrong information that were leaked out, they started, lynching. So let us do our due diligence. Let us embrace new system which is being educated. Don't feel ashamed of telling the truth. The good don't live long. Please, that was in the olden days. If we help the good to live long,
Yeah.
this is what everybody is preaching now on the global cluster. Unless you are not a part of the global cluster, you will know that the right information, accurate knowledge, and information is really, really helping. Is making people just smile on their own. Doing the right thing, talking to the right person, feeling belonged is different from just being hopeful. When you have the feeling of belonging, it's different from hope.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that will be my own take on today as what you have shared, Klosena Sheyi. I need everybody that is on the call today to please share this meeting with everybody. Share it on your social platform, everywhere. Let people know that the accurate knowledge and information is a very vital topic in our life now, that we need to make sure that, you know, we are sharing the accurate information. When we are talking today on the 001 security clusters TikTok, something just came to me, but by that time I was no more on the live. Where is a policeman? Why do we not have a policeman among us? Are you telling me that all of us that we are clustering does not have a policeman in our family? That is a lie. So let us be accurate. Bring everybody out. The change we want start with us, among us, within us, and with us again. So thank you very much, Cluster Oluwaseyi. Thank you, sir.
Wow. That is the voice of the 002 Certificates Evolution of the Global Clusters. They are the one doing best and assisting us with relevant global knowledge based on what we can learn. In fact, there's a scholarship going on with just 25K, 25,000 naira. You have the opportunity to learn different courses from certified nursing assistant to data analysis to business analysis to project management to data management. There are a lot of that you can actually take advantage of, even in the global process, as we collaborate with London Till Career Institute in the UK. Thank you, Master Jenny, for all you do. Really appreciate you, sir. Yes. Okay. I thought I saw the 001 real estate. Okay, she's out. Okay, I have my brother and friend, the director of Willward Foundation Nigeria, Dr. Folabi Dari, the AI tycoon of the global process. So I was you, sir, in 2 minutes as we close. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, good evening, my brother. You're doing great. Hope you can hear me.
Yes, yes, it's clear.
Yeah, good evening. And Master Genie, good evening, sir. I really enjoy your submission, sir.
Good
And
evening,
to
sir.
our ambassador, our president, good evening, sir, and thank you for this wonderful platform. And to our First Lady, Madam Mutraya Badnos, I will say good evening again and thank you for supporting the vision of Ambassador, because without you supporting him, every one of us will not be here today. And this is life-changing platforms. So I can't afford to miss it. I don't have much to say because we've already done justice to today's revolution. You and Master Jenny, you've already done justice to it. So I will just implore everybody to always be here, always be punctual and present for these wonderful lectures that transforms lives to the better ones. Everywhere is so intense now. The country is not smiling, and there are tensions everywhere, depression everywhere. I also suffer from depression. But what's keeping me going is the lectures I'm receiving every day through the global clusters. You know, the lectures, the trainings, the ideas, the new ideas, and the story of the intellectuals that are always present here to give us their own life stories. They are the ones that are pushing me to skate through my depression period. So I just implore urge everyone to always be here, attend meeting, listen, learn, and train. I believe there will be a change if we do that in our society and everywhere we find ourselves. So once again, my brother, thank you both very much for this wonderful opportunity and for these lectures and for always be present. Thank you. And Master Jimmy, I also want to thank you as well too, because you're a wonderful person. Your submission is always top notch. It's always on point. Thank you so very much. And everyone on the call, both clustering and non-clustering, thank you for being here. I will still urge you to always be here every now and then so that we can prove our thinking, we can better our life, and we have a better society and better country at large. Thanks everyone once again.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you very much. Cluster Oluwaseyi Odushagun, please, I just want 30 seconds of your time. Cluster Afolabi, thank you so much for that submission. And thank you for being open. People don't understand how vital our mental health is these days. If people say they are going through depression, don't just see it as a disease. Do you understand? I have been made redundant from working since July 30th last year. I was working with Shell Energy. You understand? They just sold the company suddenly. I've been working with them for almost 3 years. You understand? Up to now, all I've been doing is what I do as a person. There was a time I was thinking I was going through depression and everything. So this depression thing is real. We have to understand that our mental health is very, very important. So Cluster and Afolabi, you are not
Yes, sir.
depressed, you are not alone. You just want changes. So no matter how small, no matter how big what your dream is, start within yourself to make yourself the sugar. I will talk to you
Thank you,
later.
sir.
So
Thank you, sir.
whatever it is, stay above the water. You understand?
Mm.
Because God has made us the head over everything He created. So we
Mm.
are above any feelings. We are above any mood. So far, nothing is pointing gun to your head. You can, we have choices. Like Klosina Oluwaseyi said earlier, we all have choices. So choose the choice of not being depressed. Call me when you feel like.
Okay.
Okay, we are
Okay.
together.
Thank you so very
Thank you
much.
very much.
Thank you so very much, sir. I really
You're very
appreciate
welcome.
that. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. That's our community. We do our best to be there for each other and stand with each other uh, by just being there to support and encouraging ourselves. We believe we are gonna scale through this together. Thank you so very much. Really appreciate that. Yes, I can see Madam Adejoke Adeleke. Ma, please, if you are on the call, you can actually unmute and add your voice as we close. Okay, I believe she's kind of busy. All right. It is 6:04, 4 minutes past uh, our 6 o'clock trench time to end the call. We want to say thank you to everyone that have joined us on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook, on our X, on our Instagram, LinkedIn channel. Thank you so very much. And of course, we appreciate the founder of the Global Clusters, this community, in person of Ambassador Dr. Adekunle Aziz Badmus. Thank you, sir, for all you do. We do really appreciate all you have done, your establishment. Thank you for having the good of the people at heart, just to see everybody. I'm very sure that wherever you are, and of course, when you hear this later, seeing how we are sharing knowledge with each other, I know you're going to be happy because this is what you want. Yes, you don't know me from anywhere. You never knew any one of us here. But this that you brought here has made us to know you and to know ourselves and to help ourselves better and to see ourselves in the right light. Thank you so very much. We really appreciate you, sir. Yes, as we close, we ask ourselves, who are we? We are the community of professionals or upcoming professionals. We are the community of technocrats or upcoming technocrats. We are the community of entrepreneurs or upcoming entrepreneurs, where we share the accurate knowledge of our industry. That is what we do. Because we believe when you have the right knowledge, you have the right power. We share accurate information of what we do because we know that the information that you have is going to be like a bridge for you to move from where you are to where you ought to be. And we share accurate connection because we believe that to whoever you are connected to determine most of the time what you collect in life. We are not just a social media platform where you connect with friends, follow, and have all the features of your Facebook and your LinkedIn. And we are not just the first social media platform whereby you can relate and even make money on the platform, and you can sell your products and services like a pro, and you find the right people coming to you. Yes, we just marked our first year, uh, and we are moving forward to the second year, and we are growing. We are growing together. You can check us out on the Play Store, or we can see global clusters. The global clusters design and the logo is the one you have at the top right. You can download the app, study who we are, and you can join us as a member that is a clusterian or a vendor. Of course, if you are using your computer or your iPhone, you can go to www.theglobalclusters.com www.theglobal.org. www.theglobal.org. All together without space. Then now you check us out to see what we do there. The Global Cluster platform, with all its benefits, the most important that we are focusing this second year is the certificates. We want to push for everyone to learn a skill, either a digital skill or an hands-on skill. And we have it here in the global clusters. Reach out to us. We guide you on how you can have a skill. In the world we are today, you can only survive if you have a product to sell or a service to render. With that, you can never be stranded. That's why we urge us every time to know how to do something, not just the paper alone. The paper is important, but you should be able to provide something, provide solution to problems. And there's so many problems. Problem not finish, we know. So it's important that we provide solutions to problems around. Then we make ourselves valuable, and the riches and the financial prosperity we want will be ours. The global clusters is here to make Nigeria, being the first Nigerian made social media platform and first African made social media platform, strictly Nigeria, as in proudly Nigeria, made by Nigeria, and yeah, it's going out there to make Nigeria a very great, better place again to be, and of course to make Africa a very great place to be. Tomorrow is Sunday, and every Sunday by this time, 5 o'clock also, we come together to do people to people revolution. Come join us to see how we are saying, instead of going out there to say we want to take power from the powerful one, we are here saying that let the powerful ones take and mentor the less powerful one to greatness, and everybody will be fine together. Thank you so very much. I am Oluwaseyi Odusagun, in the voice of the Global President, Ambassador Dr. Adekunle Badmus. I say thank you very much, and I'll see us tomorrow. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, my
Thank you,
brother. Bye.
Cluster
Well done.
Aluashi.
Well done, Master Genie.